record button. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, I want to share with you the agenda. The first thing we're going to discuss is the why, what, how, and who. Why ChessKid? What is this ChessKid thing? How do I use it? And we'll dig under the hood a little bit. And then who can use it? We'll also talk about chess dollars briefly and how to attribute chesskid.com to the chess dollars to using chesskid.com. So those are our goals for this meeting. And again, thank you for joining us. And let's get started. So first of all, what is ChessKid.com? ChessKid.com is a kid-friendly chess learning and playing website. Kids can log on and they can do chess puzzles. They can play chess games against the computer, against each other if they know each other. They can watch video lessons, and a lot of the video lessons are exactly what our lessons are. So, if you're doing the rook ladder, for instance, you can assign kids the rook ladder lesson. So that's what it is. As far as the safety and sharing information with friending each other, the way that works is that I have to know, let's say I want to friend Kamau. I have to know Kamau's chesskid.com username, and Kamau has to know mine. And we have to exchange that information essentially away from the website. So I can't just log on and say, hey, let me find somebody that I want to be a friend with. I have to know Kamau. So essentially your kids in your classes, if they want to share that information, they certainly can. Student A can, oh, you don't hear anything? Terry, you don't hear anything yet? Am I muted? No. Okay. Let me know if you still can't hear anything, Terry. But it should be working now. But yeah, so that's how I would do it. I would friend you, and you would friend me. It's very safe. If you've watched any of the videos before or been on here a little bit yourself, certainly it is a kid-friendly site. The lessons are very kid-friendly. And the animation is very kid-friendly. It's developed by, I believe he's a national master. I don't think he's a grandmaster. And it's a really good website. So we're excited to bring it. Why are we doing ChessKid.com? Well, our goal is that this is going to raise the level of play for all of our chess kids. We've got an hour a week with them, and as any of us know, that to become proficient at something, you need to spend more than an hour a week at it. You can be the best coach in the world, but if you don't have kids putting time in outside of class, they're not going to see a large gain. The flip side is, I'm sure all of you can think of a handful of students that you've had throughout the years who dedicate time to chess outside of the classroom. And those are your most dynamic chess players. And they're going to make you a better chess coach. They're going to make your class a better chess class because they're going to be putting in time outside of class. What are our expectations? First of all, there's no requirement for your students to spend more time on ChessKid.com. And you don't need to push it with them. All you really should do is reward the kids that are on ChessKid, and then make your entire classes aware of what this is and how they can log on, how they can use it. But the goal is to really improve the level of chess throughout our classes and throughout our schools. One of the more common things that teachers share with us is that they have beginning students that know very little about chess in the same classroom as they have intermediate students. And ChessKid can certainly make your intermediate students advanced, but that is a slower progress. Getting your beginning students to the intermediate level is a faster progress. So if you encourage your beginning students to spend more time on ChessKid, they're going to have an easier time understanding piece movement, check, checkmate, castling. When you play chess on a computer, the computer doesn't let you make mistakes, where if you're playing with a friend, they might miss that, you had a black square bishop and it ended up on a white square somehow. So, computer gaming is great for that. What is the downside of this? The downside of this is that it's more screen time for your students. And all of us are familiar with youngsters that spend a lot of time in front of a computer. And this is just another opportunity for them to spend time in front of the computer. That being said, I believe this is quality screen time. I encourage my kids to spend time on ChessKid. Both Cooper and Charlotte have spent a fair amount of time on ChessKid, and I'd like them to do more. So if they're doing their screen time, this is a good way for them uh, to leverage that screen time to become a better chess player. Um, yeah, so I'll move on to the next agenda item is how do we use it? Well, essentially students log in, and then as soon as they log in, they get, they, they see their profile. This is me as a coach. This is what I see, but I can log in. I can go to, I'm just going to click here real quick. I need to impersonate somebody. So I'm going to impersonate Charlotte, my daughter. And so I can see, this is what I see when I log in as a student. I see I can play fast chess, play slow chess. I can do puzzles, and the puzzles are at your level. So you can click on it and see, well, what level do I want to do next? Or where am I at? Let's see, I can do videos or workouts. I love the workouts, by the way. And the videos are essentially lessons for your beginners, etc. Beginner all the way through advanced, I should say. So this has got a lot of information in it. Oh, here we go. I want to click the Learn button. So if I click on Lessons here, I'll give you a quick example. I'm on lesson 2 with my kids. So here's what is checkmate. And this coincides directly with what I'm doing in my class. And there's also apps for this. So your child, if they have a tablet or a phone, they can log on using that, and they can go through the lessons using that. So that's what both of my kids do. Get back to home. So that's what students see. And then what do coaches see? Well, you log on, and I'll say most of you have login credentials from last year. If you're a new coach to YEL, you probably don't have chesskid.com credentials yet. If you don't mind just emailing me and prompting me, hey, Chet, I don't see my credentials yet, that'll help me, and it'll create a list. I haven't created that list yet, and I'll get you logged in. So when you as a coach log in, this is what you're going to see. And you can see your students here or your programs. I affiliate you to your school that what you're teaching at. And if you don't see a school that you're teaching at, or if you see a school that you're not teaching at, please let me know that too. It's kind of hard for me to manage all of that all at once, but once I dig in a bit more this week and next week, I'll be able to get things a little more cleaned up for you. So I want to go to East Union Elementary, and I can see my kids here. Now, how much do you need to invest in this? Not very much. All you really need to do, what I suggest, is to 1, log in, 2, go to each school, and 3, print out the report card for that week or that month, whatever you want to look at. So here's my East Union kids, and I'm going to go to report card, and I'm pretty much interested in, are they playing chess games? Are they doing lessons? Are they doing puzzles? Because that's what my chess dollars are connected to. And I'm going to go back a little bit because we just had our first class the other day. So I'm going to go back to last year so I can see what's been going on for the last year. So if I click this, so you can set your date range, and I can see, okay, Charlotte's played 3 games. She's done 217 puzzles, and she's on Bishop 1. And I can also see that her playing level, her rating playing level is 241, which is kind of, it's done in a similar fashion. The formula is similar to the USCF chess rating fashion. So it's somewhat accurate. So then I'm going to print this out, and then I'm going to bring it to class. And I'm going to say, Charlotte, you played 3 games of chess. It's $2 for every game that you play. 1, 2, give her 6 chess dollars. Oh, I see that you attempted 217 puzzles. but you passed, well, within a week, it'd be, hey, you did 10 puzzles this week, or you solved 10 puzzles. So it's one chess dollar for every 3 puzzles correctly solved. So that'd be 4 chess dollars, that kind of thing. I see that she leveled up to Bishop 1. And so the level is really pieces. And then once you get to King, you can go each level, or even Queen, because I think Queen has nine levels. So what I do is when they go from Pawn to Knight, they get 5 chess dollars. When they go from Knight to Bishop, they get 5 chess dollars. This is provisional. This is how I've worked with it. If you think that, Bishop 1 to Bishop 2 is more apt for your 5 chess dollars, maybe, but this is how I'm doing it anyway. And then when they get up to Queen, each level in Queen is really difficult. So then you can start giving them $5 for every level they level up in Queen. That's how the chess dollars work with that. I also look at this, and if Charlotte goes from 241 to 300, then I would give her 5 chess dollars for hitting that 300 rating milestone, 400 rating milestone, etc. So that's how the chess dollars work, and that's how I log in. Now you can do a lot more with this. You can assign the kids specific puzzles. You can assign them different lessons. The downside of the upside of that, first of all, is that you can be really specific. Hey, Charlotte, I saw that you were struggling with the rook ladder checkmate. So look at this lesson and solve these puzzles. And the way you would do that is you would, I need to go back here. And I might have to look at this a little more first. I haven't done this in a year. I can write her a message here saying, hey, work on rook ladder and puzzles. In addition to that, I'm going to discard this real quick. In addition to that, I can go to those puzzles and I can go to rook roller, for instance, and then I can grab this URL right here and I can copy and paste that into the message to Charlotte. And she'll get that, and she can just click on that and go right to that lesson. This is starting to get a little bit involved, and I know that most of our chess coaches aren't going to spend that kind of time in prep, but a handful of you are. And so I want you to know that there is a lot of material that you can use on this website. Again, most of us are just going to log in, go to that school, and then print out their they just started, and then print out their report card. That's it. And that's great. No problem with that. That's really all I'm looking for out of it. It's a smaller level of investment, and it gets you the information that you want to get for your students. Who can use this? Any student that's in our Youth Enrichment League chess programs that's currently enrolled, their parent has already paid for it. It's included in the registration fee. And what we've done, it's only a $5 fee for students to pay us. And what we've done is we have bought a block of these at a significant discount. It's usually $49 a year annually, and we're only charging the kids $5 for it for that annual registration. So that's when you got those flyers to hand out to the kids. The sooner they get those in, the sooner they can start using that, because actually, because of the way I purchased them, they all expire October 5th of 2018. If you can encourage your kids and your parents to email me, we've got about 200 kids in the system already, which is about 10% of what we were hoping for, but it's early in the season. We're hoping that more and more parents sign onto it. Again, they've paid for it. It's included in the registration fee, so I think they're going to want to use it, but you might have to prompt them a few more times about how to make it happen. It's essentially email me, and what I need is the student's school, first name and last initial, and that's it. Then I just plug it into the SysR database, plug it into ChessKid.com, and send them an email, and they're logged in. They're signing up right away. I can let you know a couple of the people that are getting more kids in right now. Dawn, I see your name there. You've had a number of kids from Northfield that have signed up already. Nathan, you've got a bunch of kids from Scenic Heights and a couple other schools. Mark Freed has a bunch of Minnetonka kids that are signed up, but they started in September, so you've had more time to communicate to them. The Des Moines area has a number of kids. Jim Mona, you've got a number of kids from your schools that are signed up already. So it's going well. And I hope that, by the end of this month and early November, that 200 students is going to turn into 400 or 600. So there are some exclusions. There are a few school districts that did not want this as an option for their students. And those school districts are White Bear Lake and Rosemount, Apple Valley, Egan, those schools. So if you teach at those schools, don't hand out the flyer. The parents have not paid for this. So, and also you can use it for growth as well. I have it on my phone, and if I'm sitting down and I want to do some chess puzzles or even look at a lesson, because I kind of want to know what the kids are seeing too. So I'll watch a lesson, work through it. Just to get an idea of how the kids are doing. Hey, I'm a king too, by the way. A king, second level king. So I'm doing pretty good. Pretty happy with that. And so, you can use it for your own growth as well. To reiterate, if you do not have a ChessKid.com username and password, please email me and I'll set it up. If you log in and you don't see your schools or you don't see yourself attributed to the correct schools, let me know and I'll fix it. And I'm going to spend a lot of time on that over the next couple days to get it cleaned up. So if you could help me out with that, and I'll get things going from there. That's it in a nutshell. So first of all, is there any confusion on this? Does anybody have any questions, or is there any confusion about how this works? Does anybody have, is anybody having any difficulty logging on right now, or does anybody have, well, some of you might not have profiles yet, but have you, well, first, let me say this. The usage rate really depends on your kids. I'll give you an example. Last year at one school, we assigned about 40 of these memberships. We were piloting it pretty much all of last year. And of those 40 memberships, 10 kids used it a fair amount. Of those 10 kids, probably 5 used it a lot. And a few of them got to the queen level, a couple got to the king level at this one school. But 30 of the kids barely used it at all or not at all. And that's okay. Again, we're not pushing it. It's okay if they don't use it. But we do want to encourage them to use it and reward them. So if you tie the chess dollars to it and tie your lessons to it, I think you're going to have more success with the kids using it. And you're going to have more success with your students learning at a faster rate. So. If you guys have a question, don't feel free to type it in to the chat area, and I can answer it there. Or you can unmute yourself and share your question verbally.
I personally don't have any questions. It looks pretty cool.
Okay, good. So when we're doing the chess puzzles with our kids, you might have noticed in the material that the way it's written now, it's like, all right, so take out your puzzle worksheet and circle the king and draw a line to D1 by capturing the queen. Everyone do that together. Did you guys all do that? Great, you all got it right. I must be the best coach ever because I got 100% of the kids got 100% on that first puzzle. Wow, I'm a good coach. So since there's very few questions, I'm assuming either I am a really good coach and that the meeting was planned effectively, or everyone's so confused they don't even know what to ask. So, uh,
No, you. This is Christian here. You really clarified a lot of the questions I had, and I know this has been very helpful for me for being my
okay,
first year with y'all. I appreciate that.
great, Christian. I'm going to share one more thing with you, unless there's other questions. Some of the concern about this is, hey, are the kids just going to sign up, get chesskid.com, and then stop coming to class? Maybe. We haven't seen that in the classes where we've offered this. But there's something really fun about the after school chess environment and making chess not just a thinking game, but a social game where you're part of a team, you're part of a group. And the kids get to come out and socialize and hang out. And of course, if you're doing it at home by yourself, you don't get any chess dollars. So, um, to answer that question, I'll open it up for questions for a few more seconds, see if anybody else has any thoughts or questions.
What? Seems like Avi had something to say.
Hey, baby. Hi. Put her right up to the camera.
Almost looks like she has red hair on here.
Yeah, that's true. Hey. Hi. I bet you want to eat the camera. Yeah.
Probably wants to put her mouth on it.
Right. Well, guys, I think we couldn't end the meeting any better than seeing Kamau's baby, whose name is
Aviella.
Aviella. So thank you very much for your time. Please continue to send out those flyers to your students and encourage. Don't push, but encourage, and then reward with the chess dollars. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day. See you
You
later.
too. Thank you.
You bet, Kamau. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you, chat.
You bet.
Bye.